Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Alejandro Cuts Hair, and today we're going to be doing something different, something a little special. I'm going to be doing a little Q&A. I'm going to be answering some questions that I feel would be very beneficial to new barbers, beginner barbers, honestly anyone who's cutting hair and wants to build their clientele. I'm going to be telling you a little bit about my backstory, what got me into cutting hair, how I started cutting hair, what equipment did I use. I am a regular barber who works 5 days a week from Tuesday to Saturday. And I film these haircuts, these tutorials, I film them while I am working during my work week, and I can say that it is not easy to do so. So I do my best to film these videos. But I hope you guys find value in them because I do put a lot of time in them. I have fun with these videos. I would gladly make more. I can't wait to make more actually. But welcome to my channel and let's get this video started, guys. I feel like you guys are gonna really benefit from watching this video, so make sure to stay to the end. Barbers, man. What got y'all into cutting hair? Because I remember I started cutting hair my sophomore year in high school. That's when I took it seriously. I wanted to be fresh every single weekend, but obviously I didn't grow up in the position where I could get a haircut every weekend. So I was like, you know what, I figured, what is the next best thing? How can I make that happen? Financially, what worked for me, and obviously that was cutting my own hair. So I remember my mom, she bought me a pair of clippers. I don't know if y'all remember the colored set. They still actually have them out. But at the time they cost about 20 bucks. And what you get is almost like a really cheap version of the Wahl Seniors. And you get a guards from, I think, ranging from half to 8, and they're all just a different color. So I like the color because it just makes it so much easier to find the guards. But the kit also included like a cheap pair of scissors, oil, all that stuff. But anyways, I started cutting my own hair. I remember our bathroom at the moment it was a 3-way mirror. So what I did, I used that almost like as a self-cut system. This was way before that came out, so I just kind of figured that out on my own. But what happened was that I gave myself a number 3 on top with ball tapers on the side, and to be honest, it didn't come out that bad. It didn't look clean, it didn't look fresh. I didn't have any liners, so again, keep in mind I only had a fading guard, a fading clipper, so I just had to line myself up with some trimmers that my dad had in the bathroom. But that's anyways how I started cutting hair, and I just started doing it every single weekend. Sundays right before the start of school. And after that I just kind of started cutting family, cousins, brothers, uncles, and before you know it, a few months later I graduate high school and I get into barber school, and that's kind of how it happened. But I want to hear y'all story, like what got you into cutting hair? Why do you want to get into cutting hair? How long have y'all been cutting hair? Tell me your journeys, tell me everything, because I like to hear other barbers' stories, because I don't know, just something about hearing how some people went through and also having similarities, or just some people have it harder, some people came a long way. I don't know, it's just very interesting. But drop your story if you'd like to. After that, about in 2013, that's when I graduated barber school, and immediately I went into a barbershop, an old friend's barbershop. But as a beginner, I remember I didn't have any clientele, and I for the first year I was probably making less than $200 every week. I remember the first winter, one week I didn't even make booth rent. So, but it was cool because the owner of the shop, he was cool enough to kind of not pay for that weekend, which very grateful for that. But cutting hair, I didn't really make my clientele. I didn't start to get a lot of clientele until later, when I started to get into social media and I started to advertise my work more. Get you a booking app, because in my opinion you can actually make way more clients just off of getting a booking app. And I say that because any average person can download the app and see whatever barbers or stylists are in their area. You want to have a really good haircut portfolio, and you do that by taking high quality pictures of your haircut. Now again, like I said, you can use your phones. I would highly recommend that you get a real good camera. Learn how to edit a little bit. Learn how you make your haircuts really speak to the person. If someone swipes, down, you have to be able to catch your person's attention right away before they lose interest. But building up your portfolio, I would say, is way more important on the app. Have social media as well, because again, if anything, I would recommend getting into, make a profile for every social media possible and start posting everywhere. You will notice that 1 or 2 platforms might do way better for you, so just honestly focus on those, and you can still post on the other ones, but I would just say prioritize on the 1 or 2 that are really working, and just stick to that. Now, all of this, you do have to practice and be patient for it to start working. But if you can every day wake up and do everything that you can to get closer to that dream of getting more clients and just staying busier, then just stick to it, be patient, give yourself a few years, get better, focus on the journey, focus on getting better, focus on your communication skills, focus on your work, and just dial it in and be patient and be consistent. That's all I can say. Cutting hair really is a really rewarding job. I love it. I got into it because I'm one that I never saw myself working for anybody else. But I also prioritize freedom in my life. And let me repeat that. I always prioritize freedom in my life. To be honest, I'm in the position today because I always prioritize freedom. And I say that because obviously as a barber, you're basically your own boss, but even when you work at a barbershop, you're gonna be working for somebody else. So I like to travel a lot, so I like to be able to take any time I want off. And when you work at a barbershop, depending who you work for, you can actually take any days you want off. Some barbershops that won't work, so be cautious of that. I now work in a suite, so I can essentially take any days off. And I like being in a suite because I never saw myself owning a barbershop, at least anytime soon. It's just a thought about, now you have to really be concerned about other people, about your workers, co-workers, or even, people you hire. And, keeping a good barber at a barbershop is tough. And I've seen that happen. Because honestly, eventually everybody wants to start doing their own things, or most of them do. So I've thought about it, but at the moment I'm really happy with my suite, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Plus, I feel like the clientele that I built right now, the new clients, they're ones that appreciate almost like a solo experience. So it kind of turned into its own thing, where it essentially became my brand as a solo barber, almost like a therapist barber, and people like that. So you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this, but who knows, in the future I could possibly open up a barbershop, but we'll see. If you're a new barber and you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, drop a comment, hit me up on Instagram. But if you like the video, make sure to like the video, comment anything, subscribe if you like the videos. If you want to see more content, check out my channel. I appreciate you guys looking at my video. Peace out. I will see you guys on the next one.